If you click on this video, it's not by chance, this is God's will. Today, God is telling you that not everyone will be as excited about the changes in your life as you are. Some people will ask. Not everyone will agree. Some might say that someone has to be board certified crazy. You need to make a choice. Will you listen to my voice and act on the clear affirmations I give you, or will you give up and stop questioning the assumptions of religious beliefs through your obedience? I urge you, dear one, to follow through on the plan that has been planted in your mind. I gave you an answer and a line of thinking that doesn't come from people but from the divine throne. Let people with limited views and limited intelligence think about how unlikely your deeds are. They don't think ahead very far when it comes to things that don't directly benefit them. The Father says that this is a time of perfection. Even though you are facing problems right now, I am helping you to do better and go beyond what you have experienced before. While others may be focused on staying alive, I am inspiring you with a holy desire to take the spoils and recover the prey that the enemy thought he had safely. Father tells you that you will use his money and that he won't take yours. Get ready for a breakthrough. As the event draws near, get ready for a meeting. While others are practicing their funeral songs, they will look at you with shock, not understanding what makes you so bold. The Father says, I have opened your eyes to see the many people who are on your side in the fight instead of the small, sad few who are against you. Right now is the time when the promise made will come true in your life. Today, God says that His voice is coming forward to fight the enemy in your life at this time. The enemy wants to make you a target, but know this, when you are persecuted, you will be rewarded 100 times over. I will look out for you in these situations, but you must follow my directions right away. If you follow my directions, you will avoid the attack that is coming your way. God the Father says, I will lead and protect you during this season. You will feel pressure to ignore my words and your newfound closeness to me. People who have given you advice in the past will see how well you respond to my words, says the Father. Even if someone seems to have good goals, don't let their criticism or bad advice change your mind. They will figure out that you are making fun of their power and authority. Don't try to explain your point of view or make them understand it. Do nothing but follow the advice I've given you. When you're not sure what to do, don't ask the disrespectful for advice. They make fun of my spirit and ignore my words. Even though they think they know everything, they don't have any wisdom that could help you. When you need clarification and confirmation, I will give it to you in a supernatural way. This will help you figure out exactly what I want you to do and when it is best to do it. Wait until then, rest, be patient, and have hope. You have asked for my advice, which has been easy for you to get. I didn't just talk or stay quiet, it's been a while. I'm giving you information to help you find the help and advice I've been giving. In today's message, God says that He is going to prune your life. This will make you think, which is fine, but don't argue or fight with what I'm saying because it's for your good. Every branch in your life that isn't helping you is being cut off and put in the fire. Please let them go. You put your time and feelings into that situation, even though you knew deep down that it wasn't true. Let it go. Please let them go. Leave and head toward what I've set up for you. God promises you that you won't be let down. This is an advertising season, and something you've been looking forward to for years will quickly come to life. This is what the Lord did, and I think it is beautiful. That the Father is giving your spirit new life is what he says. The empty land of sorrow is now growing in your life like a root from a desert. Your prayers have been heard by God. The things you said you wanted and the things you were just thinking about are coming to you as a gift from my hand. In my eyes, every tear you shed is saved and valued. The Father says, every heartstring that is pulled by deep longing is now being met by my kindness, for I will not let you stay in this state any longer. This will happen at a later time. As you submit in the areas of your life I am currently highlighting, your feet are rising out of the muck and setting you up for growth and success. As of today, God says, my declaration defines you. Any idea you have about yourself that goes against what I've said about you is wrong. Any memory from the past that comes from arrogance and self-importance needs to be thrown out, thrown away, and ignored. This is not because I am taking something away from you, but because of what I am teaching you about myself, my mind, and my spirit. I am making your life pure so that I can give you all of heaven's plans. The Father says, may the ties be broken now by your willingness to follow through and align yourself with the thoughts I hold for you instead of any false ideas or constructs. Before the video continues, please like the video, share it with your family and write Amen in comment. There are connections with people and places that are stained by pride and arrogance. They raise their fists at me and don't care about my rules. It is necessary to fire them and leave so that you don't have to take part in their decisions. Cities are being looked at. People judge nations not because they hate them, but because they care about them. In the same way that Lot had to leave Sodom, you probably know that it's time to get away from some people, places, and things. There will be a cost, but the advantage of not thinking about the past will be greater than you think. Pay attention to what my spirit tells you because I will whisper in your ear, this is the path, walk it, and you will be rewarded greatly if you do. God says today that He is cutting you off from all bad forces that are hurting your soul. You have relationships with people in your life, both present and former, that get in the way of your progress. This day has changed. Sexual experiences in childhood that made you feel ashamed are now broken down and cleaned up as you orally deny all contaminating influences. Do not let your longing for the chains of sin keep you from the freedom I am now offering, says the Father. Allow yourself to enjoy this time of freedom and independence. The enemy has used the fact that you broke vows as a reason to fight you. Give up those promises for good. Obligations that come from being raised religiously must be broken. You need to break your promises to faith groups that you have moved past. The Father tells you to say out loud that you are giving up everything. He promises that when you do this, scales will fall from your eyes and problems with judging attitudes and temper will go away for good. Promises and covenants that were broken and broken lie like spiritual trash on the ground I died to provide for you. Please accept your responsibility for what you did in those situations and let my spirit clean up your foundation. This will allow a new vision and gifts to grow where confusion used to be. God tells you that your time in the confines of religious activities is over. I show you the depths of my being today and call you with my voice. You're not just a shell. You don't have much life experience. You don't think sensually. I urge you today to accept the divine awareness that is inside you. I want you to get closer to me so that you can fully enjoy the benefits of being a son in a new way. Not at all. You are genuine. I take away the shame of being unmarried from you. God says that you were not born through adultery, but rather through the greatest purpose in heaven and came into the world according to my plan. Accept this and rise from the depths of despair into the realm of my greatness. That's where your path is meant to lead you. From today on, you will start breathing more deeply. The limits on your breath and spirit that have been making you feel trapped and panicked have now been cut off, freeing you. I tell you, accept it, and rejoice in the freedom I give you, says the Father. I made plans for you to be here. It doesn't matter if everyone in your life rejects you because I am the source of your true inner self. If I accept and choose you, what other people think about you will become irrelevant and unimportant. Good luck to you. You have been picked. You have been picked by God, and you belong in higher places. From today on, you will continue to grow successfully as you move forward. God tells you today that all kinds of bonds and prisoners are being set free in your life. The chains are coming off of your feet and hands. Your wrists are now wrapped in bracelets of wealth and power, and a mantle of virtue hangs over your shoulders. I set you up from the very beginning of time and made you for my praise. It's possible that your parents didn't want you to be born. You may have lost the support of your family. Even though loved ones may have left and may never come back, know this, says God, I am with you on your whole journey. You don't like to travel or waste money. You are the favored son and daughter of the Most High God, and your life will go in the direction you choose, not the tragedies or heartbreaks of the past. Let go of the weight of negativity and heaviness, says the Father. Give praise to a child who is loved. I held you in my arms before you were born as an unrealized spirit. It was with great care that I put you in your mother's womb and with joy that you were born. Just like Noah was meant to bring comfort to his people, I believe that you were born at this very moment, and your fate will not be lost or thrown out. God tells you that you are now more important than before. The world's despots and rulers should not be able to take away or step on your share. Freedom and independence that can't be given by people come from me and are now coming to you from heaven as a gift. Self-hatred is getting less intense, and understanding of loved ones is growing. It's not worked out for you to love other people. You should treat yourself with respect because heaven's beloved sent and died for you. Get rid of all feelings of hating yourself. Allow yourself to be forgiven and be freed. Because I have never cut ties with you or left you in any way, you have been angry at me for no good reason. I have constantly reached out to touch you every day, but you were so angry and upset with yourself that you couldn't see it. Before the video continues, I request you to comment Amen and please help me by doing super thanks. Your support means a lot to us. The Father says that you are not being turned away. There's no way that I'm mad or annoyed at you. What makes you think I would refuse to help you with your smaller needs if I didn't hold back my son, my only son Jesus, to meet your most important need? Those things don't show who I am. I am the provider, not the one who holds you back. That's not what I do. I gave Jesus my beloved child and at the same time made sure you had everything you would ever need 2,000 years ago. The only thing you need to do is believe that I am who I say I am, a loving Father who is giving you plenty today. Do you think this is true? After that, accept everything that the gods give you. Today, you are being offered a lot of love, acceptance, and forgiveness. Take it and let it wash over you. Today, God tells you that sadness is not your heritage. You don't have to carry the weight of your sadness by yourself. The weight on your heart is the same weight I carried on the cross 2,000 years ago. Get rid of the root of your dissatisfaction. Get rid of your addictions to drugs and behaviors that are just hiding the pain in your heart and soul that is holding you back. My name is better than the person who hurt, insulted, or wounded you. Allow them to forgive you, and do the same for yourself. At this very moment, shame is leaving. You're about to feel joy and happiness, which is something you haven't felt in a long time. The Father says that today your spirit is being cleansed of judgment. All the flaws that have ruined your happiness and kept you from being pure before me are being wiped out. Listen up. The word I speak to you, which I am speaking to you now through this message, cleans you. Do not give in to the heavy weight of guilt, anger, and frustration. Let go of your anger today. Let anger be replaced by the calm satisfaction of someone who feeds on my loyalty. Father says, reassure yourself like a baby does, for now, I free you from all the dirt of hatred, shame, sorrow, and guilt. Today is the day you become free. Today, God says, I am the God who always guarantees your victory. There is no way you can fail, and every evil plan will be found out. Stay aware of the tricks your enemy is using. Even though he lost, he will still try to distract you from the beauty I am bringing into your life. Healing falls on you like dew in the morning. Every day, provision shows up, like food on the ground. Don't take anything else instead of what I offer you, my love. Now is your time to be blessed. The clock of your fate says it is blessing o'clock, which means you are in the right place and doing the right thing to receive much from my hand. No matter how hard it is, vow to never give up on the battlefield. Stay smart, even if your enemy talks a lot of nonsense and praises you a lot. He will say that he is interested. He will act like he is serious and calm even though he isn't. He will act like you agree with him and try to make you feel good about him. Unfortunately, I will reveal the sneaky tricks and hidden goals of people who are trying to get into your life with bad motives. Pay attention to what I say and act wisely and sensibly. I will lead you through the lies and keep you safe from all of them. The Father says, my truth will last beyond the lies of those who live in darkness, and in the end, you will come out on top. Today, God says that other people can do it, but you can't. I know the road you take and the weight you carry. You have rights, and you do have other options. I will not say no to you, but I will give you the chance to give up what you want from my perfect plan for your life. The choices you don't make right now will earn you my kindness and favor in the future. The Father says that people shouldn't think that they don't have any rights. I'm not denying you anything or taking it away from you. I'm just giving you the chance to play a bigger part in advancing the goals of my kingdom. Was I not saying that putting my kingdom first will bring everything else? Everything is included in all. Things you need and things you want. This goes against what you have been taught before, but you should put pleasing the Father first and my truth above other people's ideas, no matter how educated they think they are. I don't care that you want the gifts I told you about in my word. Stay strong and trust that I will get the job done as I work to complete my plan and keep you in my good graces during this test of your patience. According to divine communication, angelic action is getting stronger in your life today. God says, I am actively involved in the events of your life. When I show my power on your behalf, there will be a noticeable rise in the activity of the angels around you. Do not let this cause you stress or take your attention away. You should know that every angel, including the ones in your life, wants to respect the glory, and my glory is inside you. The service of angels makes sure that your life is set up in a way that is in line with my plan. They work both when you're aware of them and when you're not, to give you power and put you in line with my plan for your life. Trust my direction to get you where you need to go when you can't understand what you need to do. This is a time of plenty for you. You can come out on the left or the right today. During this time, I'm making you bigger and your road ahead better. Expand, says the Father. Get better today. Let the addition go through. May the power of God increase you, because no weapon made against you will work. Every voice that speaks out against you will be shut down. Right now, I've anointed you with the oil of plenty and excellence so that you can claim the spoils and give out my judgments of grace and virtue. Today, God says, I am not the God of plots, I am the God of the kingdom. People who spread fear or evil plans that take advantage of people who are easily swayed or skeptical do not belong in my kingdom. Choose not to fill your mind with questions that don't help you grow spiritually in a way that is based on faith. Keep your mind on the idea and focus your efforts there. Through faith in the words that come from my mouth, the universes were built. Sin, lust, and foolishness are the root of everything else. People who focus on false impressions stop being compassionate because their attention takes them off the path of peace that I have set up for everyone who believes in me. The light is where you come from and you are its child. Dwell in the light and the brightness of my presence, says the Father. Know that you are part of the day that belongs to the Lord, not the day of people or the day of the enemy. When wrong ideas or thoughts try to take your attention away from your main goal, practice self-correction and stay focused on it. Stressful and hard times show both the strengths and flaws of my people. Promise yourself that you will contribute to the answer instead of the problem. May my words always be a part of your speech. You should not let any bad speech come out of your mouth. If spreading the enemy's lies doesn't help, encourage, or give grace, then don't do it. Be careful, because if you do something wrong, it will show that you are a servant of the Most High, and you will get your prize. Today, God tells us to wrap ourselves in His peace. Choose to find shelter in me and gain peace of mind amidst the constant alarmist talk and pessimism around you. Turn your attention away from things going on around you and into the deepest parts of yourself, where my words can be heard clearly and calmly. I am taking care of your worries. In answer to your questions, I am. Pay attention to what my heart tells you, because I'm sending my voice to you on a frequency that the enemy can't pick up. This number stands for the frequency of everlasting love and trust. Pay attention not to the discord of worldly sounds, but to the steady melodies of my steadfastness that I am sending your way. The Father says, I did not make you live your whole life on the edge of hysteria. I know the way you choose. Know that the land I've given you is in the green fields and peaceful streams. You will feel calm in any storm because I am sending you peace. Have I ever let you down? Have I ever kept you from finding comfort? The Comforter is coming to show you my power. Show bravery and strength in the face of all attacks and assaults from your enemies. Keep your faith in me strong right now. I am am working hard to help you with my resources, strength, and victory. God says, today when I see the blood, I will pass over you. Even if the COVID-19 pandemic spreads around the world, I will guard you and shelter you under my wings. The Israelites were safe and unharmed as the Egyptian kingdom fell apart, but it didn't get close to them. Even though the water turned into blood, Israel's wells stayed clean and pleasant. There was not a single frog in any of my people's huts when the frogs got to Pharaoh's royal room. Egyptian animals were being hurt by lice, flies, and disease, but my slaves were safe and at ease. They saw with their own eyes how terrible the bad guys were. The Father says, remain in the realm of trust. Say to yourself that you are sure of what you believe and that you will always be sure of your thinking. Your promise comes not only from the blood of an animal but also from the blood that was shed on Calvary. Let the blood of the sacrifice on the cross be applied to the doorposts of your heart through the hyssop of regret, shame, and repentance. Ignore the deep and constant pleas of those who are not faithful. You don't come from their secular settings because you live in the Most High's sanctuary. The current trouble will go away as long as you stay with me and I stay with you, says the Father. I am with you and will never leave you. Today, God tells us to choose a different attitude. You're not running away, you're moving forward. Do not change your mind about putting the kingdom first in any situation, no matter what you see or hear. When your enemy starts to worry and freak out, promise to stay calm and act with conviction. Do not worry or be afraid about what other people say. Instead, have faith and confidence in what I say. Who made man's mouth and your body? I live inside of you, and my life flows through your veins. In the powerful name of Jesus, every pathogen and virus that comes into contact with your body is quickly killed. People only react to natural events, but I've asked you to focus on the hidden parts of the Spirit. There is where your power is and where you can find peace. Prepare your mind by thinking about the truth of my word instead of the false ideas that come from natural thoughts and make you doubt that I am there. Satan is not in charge. Fear doesn't run things. No amount of panic can change the situation. Do not let these things take over your life. I am the ruler of the whole world, and there is a safe place for you to sit next to me, where your status is protected and your future is not affected by what happens in the outside world. Keep your faith strong with the promises of my word, and know for sure that the word works and that I am fully involved. This way, you can be sure that you will not be let down in any way. Before the video ends, I request you to help me by doing super thanks. Because I don't have house and I have to make my new house.